Ramblers take on the new Trier Trevians for the Scholastic Cup, the championship of the Chicago Metropolitan High School Hockey League. Loyola Gold and New Trier Trevians Green. Last time they played, New Trier trounced them 6-0. New Trier has gone through the regular Metro League during the division and during the playoffs and during the quarters and semis without losing a game. They have tied twice early in the season. Beyond that, they have been perfect. This is the championship. And we'll be back with the opening drop of the puck, a ceremonial drop of the puck, and the start of the game in just a moment. Ceremonial drop of the first puck tonight. It is Sarah Cheating, the Olympic goalie, the winner of the gold medal game for the women's hockey. Sarah Cheating will drop the first puck. First we have a girls hockey player. And now Sarah Cheating. Sarah, a Metro North alumni. She also played for New Trier Trevians Green. And Sarah Cheating drops the opening puck with the big gold medal and her effervescent smile. Boy, that's Sarah all around. Sarah Cheating, her excellent work as the goaltender for the girls team. And we have started the Scholastic Cup, taken by Joey Chula. Chula puts it to the far side, now into the zone, and then the Trevians stole it away. Back out the center ice, Tim Leahy. Leahy bothered, and the Trevians put it into the zone. Connor Long, back behind the goal line, puts it over here to the near side. There's a shot by Ho, that ran into traffic out front. Chula out ahead for Matt O'Connor. O'Connor into the zone. O'Connor winds up and ran it into traffic and out to center ice. It would have been offside, and the Ramblers let it go by. Now, dodged a little backhander, shot in the save, and taken by Matt O'Connor. O'Connor held in the zone by Chris Ho, back behind the goal line, taken to the far side. Again, we are editing the game down for time constraint problems. We'll show you all the action as best we can. Of course, if it happens on both sides of the ice, it's a little difficult to do that. Cleared out to center ice and right back in by the Ramblers. C.J. Heitman left it back there. Now taken by Chris Ho. Ho looking for some help. Just cleared it out to center ice and back into the zone. Johnny Brown looks to center, nowhere to go with it. Now picked up by Cecil. He put it to the far side. Scala and Mike Scala nearly got Mike Keefe, the assistant coach of the Trevians, his own coach. Cleared out to center ice and back in for the delay for the offside against the Loyola Ramblers. We're at that magical time when playoffs get underway and all kinds of fun stuff. On the near side, now Mike Scala puts it into the zone. Back behind the goal by Hines. Nick Hines in goal tonight. A change of goalies for both teams. They have used Schilling and Sortel for the earlier games that the two of them have played. Now back behind the goal line. Patience clears it ahead out to center ice. Now taken by Lutz. Oh, nice pass. Right in front. Shot save. Didn't get a chance to lift it. And Hines with the great save. Parker Millard won the draw out high to Ho. Ho put it to the point. Wind up and the cranker by Cecil and the save by Hines. Put on that far side. Merkel, he had his pocket pick. Leahy wraps it around to the near corner, and Skoglund tries to swat it out of the zone. Couldn't get it. Now skated out, put to that far side. Didn't get it out yet. Now put out and into the bench. We sort of lose a puck and sort of gain a face-off. Now it's taken by Matt O'Connor. O'Connor up for Skoglund. Skoglund put it into the zone, and Cecil. Cecil to the near side. Lutz, and He got spun around by Brian Roth. Chris Ho to the far side, and they push it along back there. Little help from Chris Michael. J. Edgar Keelan. Keelan put it on the near side, and they'll battle along the boards. A little scrum there. Now, Matt O'Connor on his off wing. He's taken by two Trevian players. Back deep over here to the near side. Chris Michael blasted it wide to the far point. Held in the zone by the Ramblers. O'Connor now tried for the wraparound. That didn't quite work. Chula put it to the corner. Michael's pass was intercepted and cleared to center ice by the Trevians. Taken by Brian Roth. Roth put it to the near side, back into the zone, and that's Chris Ho with it. Ho tried to swat it out of the zone, broken up by Chula. Chula dropped past it, nobody there. Near side, and now picked up by Trier. Trier brings it up the ice, into the zone. The big blaster by Cecil on the save. The rebound, oh my! John Wilson got the shot away, and the great save by Nick Hines. Here's Daberman. Daberman into the zone. Dodge Daberman. Daberman looked to center it, then ran into a leg out front, and now cleared not out. Held in off a skate of Cecil, and now back into the Trevian's end where it sort of dribbles back there. Taken the rest of the way by Jeff Parker. Parker with the puck. Parker brings it over here to the near side. Here's Connor Long with the shot. Pulled out of the air by Heitman and held on. And now a bunch of pushing and shoving and glaring. And quickly the referees, the two linesmen, get in the way. David Valentine and Ostavaric are the two linesmen tonight. Referees Breck Huffness. Breck, a former coach here in the Metro North. On that far side board, now brought into the zone offside. Tim Leahy was in ahead of the play. The New Trier Trevians have gone now both these teams actually have gone 84 minutes without allowing a goal and been very stingy on the shots on goal. Both of them won their quarterfinals 14-0. There's a shot and a save to the side of the net. Mad scramble, pops free, cleared out to the point. Back over on the far side, and now the shot that goes wide. Over here to the near side, Litza tried to get it. Now Litzia out ahead for Skoglund. Danny Skoglund into the zone. Skoglund dumps it deep, taken by Andrew Patience. Patience put it on that far side. Jeff Parker will chase it down. Avoided the check. Now here's Frank Harrison right in front. A shot. No, Litza never got it away. Dribbles back to Heitman and held on. And now, whoops, that's one way of making sure he doesn't get involved. Skoglund and Scala. I don't think they're going to be getting penalties called. There are none. No penalties called. And the face-off coming up inside the Trevian's end. Both these teams, as we said at the quarterfinals, won by a score of 14-0. The Trevians beat St. Viator 4-0, and it was 7-0. We got a penalty for holding coming up on Loyola. Matt Merkel, a minor for holding. Flipped into the zone by the Ramblers. They are penalty killing. Back behind the goal, it's taken by Dodge Daberman. Daberman puts it to the far side on the breakout. Up ahead, Johnny Wilson back to Dodge Daberman. Daberman into the zone. Daberman puts it to the near side. Cecil into the slot shot. Oh my, what a great save. Charlie Lutz got that away from the slot, and the save by Nick Hines. I'll tell you something about this game, maybe because it was in the newspaper or whatever, but I have seen a bunch of people that I don't usually see during the course of the season. I haven't seen in a number of years, as a matter of fact. Father of a player, played back in 1983 for New Trier, the first New Trier blue team, as a matter of fact. Very first one ever made. First year the two schools went together, it was just New Trier, and then New Trier green and blue. and his son played for that blue team. He's here tonight. Wade Keys, his son Chad, played on that blue team. The one state, we have a penalty coming up. Charlie Lutz will sit, taking away the man advantage. Charlie Lutz, a minor for hooking. The face-off pops free. Scala tried to get it into the zone. Now picked up by Chula. Chula put it to the near side. Ho put it back over on that far side. Now it's picked up by Chula again. Here's the shot. Whoops, fanned on it. And the Trevians tried to strong arm it out of the zone and did manage to get it out. Now here's Wilson. Takes the shot, the save, and held on. While we have a break in the action, let's take a break. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. We'll be back with more hockey action in just a moment. And welcome back. The draw is controlled by Millard to the corner. Now the two of them kind of pushing and shoving. Millard with the stick way up high. Now over here to the near side, Ho with the shot, then right into traffic. Over here to the near side, Chris Ho. Ho tried to center it. Millard couldn't come up with it, and off the glass, out high, and out come the Ramblers. Peyton Chain into the zone. Chain puts it deep into the corner, and wrapped around to the far side where Ho to Millard. Now picked up by Ho. Cleared out to center ice. Miller back over to the far side, and the Ramblers set it up. The new Trier Trevians are trying to come up with the best record since 1985, and the Glenbrook North Spartans. Actually, if they win tonight, they will have the best record in Metro North since 1985, but they'll have to win tonight to get that. Here's Dodge Daberman, cleared out to center ice. Now Dodge Daberman put it to the far side. A little give and go attempt, that didn't quite work. Cleared over here to the near side, Jeff Parker. To the backside, shot save! A rebound pops high over the net. Now taken by Dodge Daberman over here to the near side. Out to the point. The shot by Jeff Parker, and now cleared out of there. The Trevians set it up. Patience. Cleared ahead. And Elliott Johnson got a little blindsided by Charlie Miller. O'Connor tried all himself and shot it wide on the back end. Jeff Parker will clear it and take the icing. No, turns out to be a long shot on goal. Pretty good one, too, from cross ice. Elliott Johnson, he got bumped. Down they go. Connor Long. Now on the near side, it's taken by Dan Skoglund over to the far side. And connections were missed. The Trevians dump it back into the zone. That's Connor Long. He's bothered by Kevin Morgan. And they're still kind of pushing around back behind the goal as the Ramblers break it out. Matt Tragle with the long shot, and the save by Heitman. Had a little trouble with it. A little curveball. Now taken by Bobby Scala. Scala tried to find his brother Mike up ahead. Instead, it's Mitch Dudek. Now on that near far side, the big blaster, that goes wide. Put to the near corner. And now the scrum. Throwing the weight around a little bit. Kevin Morgan tried to center it. That was broken up by Schragle. Now on the far side, out at the point. Shot not much with it. Now another backhand attempt by Mike Scala, nothing. A little short shot. Save and held on. And a couple of pushing and shovings after the play. And Breck Huffness decides not to call that. I think I probably would have called that if I were a referee, but then again, that's why I'm not. Millard now taken by J. Edgar Kaelin. Kalen, there's a centering pass. That was broken up. And on the far side, the Ramblers break it out. Brought over here to the near side, overlaid on the pass was Johnny Brown's. Peyton Chain tried to find it. Now cleared out to center ice. Put over to the far side, J. Edgar Kalen. And the puck pops free. Ooh, my. Hello. Flip back down into the zone. Back behind the goal line, and that's where Brody Lemaire put it to the far side. Heavy check by Brown. Nothing called on the run up the back. Cleared out to center ice by the Trevians. And a little cherry pick move. Put it deep into the Rambler end. Nick Hines lost his stick. Ramblers control with the puck. Out they come. Tim Leahy. Leahy tried to break around the man, and he got gang tackled. A little push and shove on the end of that. I wonder why. Don't take kindly to being tackled. Cleared out to center ice, over on that far side. Into the zone, Brody Lemaire. Or is that Matt Brash? I may make that Brash. Let it go by. Chula dribbles out into the slot. Still free out there. Out to the high slot. And the Ramblers having trouble getting it out of the zone. Matt Brash hit the man. The puck squirts out to center ice. Flip right back in by the New Trier Trevians. Taken by Mitch Dudek. Mitch Dudek put it diagonally out of the zone. Trevians have it. Tried to shoot it back in. Instead, it's taken by Ho. Ho to the far side and taken by Mitch Dudek. Cleared out and right back in. Delay offside by the Trevians. And the whistle stops the play on the offside. The near side, Roth, and again some pushing and shoving out at that blue line. We're probably going to see a lot of that behind the play stuff. Litzia took the shot. That ran into traffic on the far side. Skoglund couldn't come up with it. Now back behind the goal. It's taken by Chris Ho. Ho put it to the far side. Cecil and Ho tried to get it out of the zone. That ran into traffic. Cleared out to center ice. Over on that far side. Now flip back into the zone. Trevians clear it back out to center ice. And back into the Ramblers' end. Roth cleared it to center ice, and Skoglund has it. Danny Skoglund into the zone. Skoglund goes down. And now Mike Scala. Scala tried to feed it ahead. Broken up by Brian Roth. That ran into traffic. Schregel tried to come up with it. Drop pass to the near side. Nobody there. Kind of a blind pass. Cleared out to center ice. Taken now by Mike Scala. Mike Scala into the zone. Mike Scala goes to the corner with Mitch Dudek. And the elbows get up a little bit. Oh, a little late hit thrown in there. And again, Breck Huffness decides there's nothing to call. That's one of the big secrets about this game tonight, was who the referee is and what he decides to call. There's a shot high, but a nice save nonetheless by Nick Hines. Heading towards the crossbar. We're in the first period, no score. The Scholastic Cup playoff games over on the far side, taken by Peyton Chain. He's bumped by Lutz. Some more pushing and shoving. Don't forget the state hockey playoffs here on the network, along with the basketball playoffs. We'll follow the New Trier Trevians, our team on the network, all the way through the playoffs. And that's the end of the first period. There's no score between the New Trier Trevians green and the Loyola Ramblers gold in the Scholastic Cup. We'll be back with more hockey action right after these messages. As we start the second period, I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to shut down the sound a little bit. And I want to dedicate this hockey game, this broadcast, to the memory of two of the Metro North players. Tim Sheldon, class of 1992 at New Trier. He played for New Trier Blue. And Don Cogill, class of 1992 for Highland Park. Don died just this past week. Now cleared back out to center ice. Our condolences to both the families of Tim Sheldon and Don Cogill. On the near side, there's the shot that was knocked wide by Heitman. Don, 24 years old, died of throat cancer this past week. Now, Matt Thrash, taken by Johnny Wilson. Now into the zone. Oldenburg, the shot, and the save by Heitman to the far side. And Cecil Cleared out to the point, over here to the near side. Oldenburg knocked it down and then took a shot way wide. Chain, turnaround shot, that went wide to the near side boards. I complaining about holding, but that really wasn't. There's a shot, ran into traffic out front, all the sticky wickets. There's still some pushing and shoving going on out in that slot. Nothing was called. Now taken away by Cecil. Cecil put it to the far side. Dodge Daverman clears it out ahead. Johnny Wilson into the zone. Wilson takes the shot, and that went wide over here to the near side. Picked up and cleared, not out. Bobby Scala now cleared the rest of the way to center ice. Put into the zone by Mike Scala. Kevin Morgan tried to strong arm his way ahead. Now Oldenburg, a high hit by Morgan, and the penalty for roughing coming up on Kevin Morgan. Tim Sheldon died about a month ago in a car crash, and Don Cogill, as we said, just this past week. Connor Long cleared ahead, and now flipped right back down into the zone. The long shot by Jeff Parker, but back behind the goal line, and the Ramblers will set the breakout on the near side. Cleared ahead, and Skoglund now picked up and out to center ice, right back in. Skoglund. Andrew Patience trying to chase it, and instead it's taken to the far side and the breakout out to center ice. Nobody came up with it. Now finally taken by the Trevians, and they clear it on the near side. Connor Long looking for it, couldn't find it. Now Connor Long with the puck. Connor Long setting it up. He'll set it up on that far side. And now into the zone. Here's the long shot, and Heitman just will dive on it to prevent the setup of the play. On the far side now. Out high, looking for some help. Now Leahy put it in the side. Now back out to Leahy, out high. He goes to the high slot. There's the shot from the left wing, and that went wide. Over here to the near side. Out at the point. Chula tried to find the man in the slot, and the Trevians smelled that pass out. Now Miller puts it back out to the point. The big blaster, that ran into traffic out front. Turnaround shot, that ran into traffic. And now into the slot. The Trevians knock it down, cleared out high, didn't get it out of the zone. Now the puck hits the ceiling, and the whistle stops the play as it hit that lining up above the goal, up above the ice, rather. On the near side. Chula into the zone. Chula backhands it through to the far side, taken by Matt O'Connor. O'Connor looks for a little help, found the man on the backside. Chula right through the slot over to the far side, and Matt O'Connor to the near side. This is Chula. There's a shot and the save. The puck loose in the slot. A little bit of a scrum going on. Hand pass. It's perfectly legal in your defensive zone. Chula. As long as it stays in the defensive zone, you can hand pass as a defenseman. Now Jeff Parker, and the puck pops free, taken by the Trevians. And now Matt O'Connor kicks it ahead, put back to the side by the goal line. Cleared, not out. Now picked up by the Trevians, and they'll just clear it, as the penalty had expired for Kevin Morgan, and so it is an icing call against the New Trier Trevians. In the second period, no score. In the Scholastic Cup Championship, New Trier won the championship last year. Heavy check by Dudek on Scala. Scala responds with a little grab. The puck pops free to the corner. Now Cecil put it to the far side. Ho fed it ahead. Trevian's going to stand on the breakout, and that's the problem. When you stand on a breakout, you get creamed along the boards. Taken by Bobby Scala. Now at the blue line. Put back into the zone. The big cranker and the save by Heitman to the far side. Cleared to center ice. Now taken by Mitch Dudek. Dudek fed it into the zone. Trevians have it. Kevin Morgan cleared it to center ice. Taken by the Ramblers. They'll try and put it back in. Ran into a glove or something over there on the far side. And the whistle stops the play. Again, we are editing for time constraints. The exciting time for high school sports, but with all the playoffs coming up. This is the final game of the Chicago Metropolitan High School Hockey League season for 97-98, the Scholastic Cup, and then it's on to state. We've already, of course, started state in the basketball. There's a shot in the save. J. Edgar Keelan got that away. Parker Burke put it to the far side, now right through the slot, over here to the near side. The battle for it and cleared out to center ice, picked up by Peyton Chain. Chain couldn't get by the man. Now the mad chase on. Heitman's lost his helmet and the whistle stops play. Still some pushing and shoving after the whistle as Heitman lost his helmet. We're set for the faceoff. And Matt O'Connor will do it, pair of 18s. O'Connor and Dodge Daverman. Daverman won the faceoff in the near side. Here's Peter Cecil bringing it up the ice. Cecil looked to center it, nowhere to go with it, and taken away by the Ramblers. The Ramblers bring it back the other way. Over here to the near side. And now on that far side, drop pass. Out high. Right through the slot, brought to the near side. Mitch Dudek. That ran into traffic, and now the Trevegans bring it out. Into the zone. There's the backhander. That went a little wide over to the far side. And now cleared out to the point, held in the zone by Andrew Patience. And the Trevegans have it. To the backside, shot. A goal! No goal. Whoops, a little scrum on the side. Looked like it went in. No goal. Little scrum on the end of that, and we got a penalty for roughing coming up on Tim Sheldon. Tim Sheldon. Yes, I'm thinking of Tim Sheldon. Brian Roth with the penalty. Tim Sheldon, the player that just recently died. His name scrawled across the screen there. Now back into the zone. Deep in the corner. That's taken by Charlie Lutz. Lutz to the near side. Johnny Wilson deep to the corner. And taken away by Leahy as it was mishandled by the Trevegans. And over here to the near side. Johnny Wilson. No score. Near side up ahead. Here comes Charlie Lutz. Lutz into the zone offside. Trevegans got caught with their feet in the cookie jar. Offside. Jeff Parker puts it to the far side. Up comes Elliot Johnson. Into the slot. Nowhere to go with it. Cleared. Heitman leaves it for Jeff Parker. Jeff Parker brings it up the ice. Jeff Parker spreads it out. Parker into the zone. Parker looking for some help. Center, shot, save, rebound. Off the end of the stick, and the Trevegans control. Keelan into the corner. And on that near side board. Cleared, not out. Jeff Parker put it to the far side. There's the shot, the save. And deflected over here to the near corner. And now cleared by Matt O'Connor. Jeff Parker sets it up. Parker sets it up to the near side. Up ahead comes J. Edgar Parker Millard. Millard. Shot. The save. Now picked up by Wilson over to the far side. Out to the point. Chris Ho. Blast. And a goal! Deflected in. I think it went off a defenseman. It must have. They called it unassisted. which doesn't make any sense to me unless it went off a defenseman. Otherwise, it would be it would be assisted by Morgan, Kevin Morgan at least. Now Charlie Miller puts it into the zone. Johnny Brown and Brody Lemaire, and Brown put his lumber up a little bit. Breck Huffness did not call that over here on the near side. And they push it along. Now some more pushing and shoving up high. And I think Breck's got to call some of those. Some of this pushing and shoving stuff after the puck goes. And now who is that on there? Johnny Brown, I believe. Yes, Johnny Brown jumped on Heitman. No penalty called. Face-off coming up inside the new Trier end. Trevians lead it 1-0. Back behind the goal. Cleared out to center ice. Oldenburg put it back into the new Trier defensive end. And it was broken up on the mishandle by the new Trier Trevians. Deep by the Ramblers. Near side. And the big blaster that ran into traffic out front. The Trevians clear it to center ice. And rolling over to the far side and clear back out to center ice. And here come the Ramblers back into the zone. Looking for some help. There's the shot and the save. The puck pops free. Leahy tried to keep it in the zone. Trevians busted free. There's Jeff Parker. Parker dropped past it. Shot, save. Oh, my. Good job by the Trevians. Passing it around. No intensity on that shot, though. People being thrown around a little bit on the near side boards. Breck, you got to look at the puck and the play. I know you're trying to avoid getting hit, but now Dodge Daverman right in front. Mike Scala tried to get the shot away, and now a little pushing and shoving on the end of that. And now Leahy with a late hit on Mike Scala and gets the penalty for roughing. Along the boards, Tim Leahy, a minor for roughing. To the backside, here's a shot, and that deflected wide and out of the ring. We lose a puck and gain a face-off off Johnny Wilson's shot. Near side. Picked up by Dodge Daverman. Daverman put it into the zone, back behind the goal line, over to the far side. Taken by Mitch Dudek. Dudek, and he had his pocket nearly picked. Now picked up by Chris Michael. Cecil. Give and go. Nobody there for the Trevians. Cleared by Loyola. They are penalty killing. Taken by Dodge Daverman. Daverman to the near side. Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson into the zone. Wilson out to the point. Daverman back to Wilson. Back to Daverman at the far point. Back to Wilson out high. Big blaster. Shot ran into traffic. Wilson put it to the corner. And some pushing and shoving up high. Everybody kind of holding on to each other. And the Ramblers clear. Now it's taken by Dodge Daverman to Johnny Wilson to J. Edgar Keelan. Keelan to the far side. Less than a minute to go here in the period. Back behind the goal. Now taken by J. Edgar Keelan. Keelan puts it out high. Dodge Daverman with the shot. That ran into traffic. Another shot. That also ran into traffic. Now put deep to the corner. Bobby Scala over to the far side. Out high to the high slot. Dodge Daverman to the far side. Shot ran into traffic. And popped free out to the point. Here's the shot. The save. The turnaround. No. The whistle stops the play. Play with a high stick by the New Trier Trevians. to the near side and cleared. Out ahead on the cherry pick, Lutz. Connor Long clears it to center ice. Long gave it ahead to Johnny Brown. Brown shot right into traffic. Over to the far side. Here's a shot high. And a scrum through the slot as the horn sounds into the period. And a little push and shove on the end of that one, too. We have a little scrum over in the corner. They're still pushing and shoving. But the whistle had sounded. The play is over. And the end of the second period of play. The Trevians lead it. And we'll be back with more.
Chicago Sports Network.
And thanks, Mark. Appreciate doing that for me. We're all set to get underway with this one, third period action. Over on that far side, taken by the Ramblers. Trevians lead it. 1-0. Cleared out. And now to the near side, swatted in. Flipped into the zone and then right back out. Chula now taken by Andrew Patience. Tim Leahy off the boards back to the blue line. Dodge Daverman gave it ahead to Johnny Wilson. Wilson tried to split the defense. Shot and a save. Oh, unbelievable. Great job by Nick Hines. Now in the corner. A battle along the boards there. Cleared out to center ice. Overled on the pass. And now flip back down into the zone. Back comes Ho, wrapped around to the near side. The New Trier Trevians are two-time defending Scholastic Cup champion, trying to go for the three-peat. The shot, the save, the rebound, put to the near side, out to the point, and now flip back down into the zone. J. Edgar Kaland, and he got bumped off by Litzia over to the far side, and now back over here to the near. Cleared out, Litzia puts it into the zone and then got bumped. Cecil clears it out to center ice and dribbles on and rolls all the way back, and that's icing against the New Trier Trevians. Now on that far side, now there's a shot, the save by Heitman. On the near side, now the shot, that ran into traffic, taken by Kevin Morgan. He clears it out to center ice. Schragle, Matt Schragle brings it into the zone. Trevians bounce it back to center ice. Taken by Bobby Scala. Scala stops at the red line, then flipped it into the Loyola end. Cleared right back out over to the far side. And they'll scrum it in. Delay offside on the part of the Ramblers. Trevians bring it out. Scala looking to center it. That misconnections. Now over on that far side, and we pop open the door in the corner. The long shot, and the whistle finally sounds for that door popping open. To the far side, the big blaster that goes just over the crossbar. Over here to the near side, and now the Trevians bring it out. J. Edgar Keelan tries to find a man, a little give and go. Back over to the far side. The blaster, that ran into traffic. Now into the slot. Ramblers all kinds of trouble finding that one. Now flip back into the zone. Now the Trevians dump it in deep. Hines to the far side. The standing breakout for the Ramblers, and that was broken up. Parker Millard back behind the goal. Over here to the near side. Mitch Dudek. Dudek in all kinds of trouble. And the Trevians pop it free. Right into the slot. Nobody there. Cleared out to center ice. Here come the Ramblers on the breakout. Into the zone. The shot. No, Miller couldn't get it away before he got bumped off by Peter Cecil. On the near side, Ho touches it second into the zone. And the Trevians caught with the feet in the cookie jar. Johnny Wilson gives it back to Ho over to the far side. That's flipped into the zone by Chris Michael. And he's bothered, and Ho pops it with his skates over to the far side, and Elliot Johnson on the breakout passed it ahead for Johnny Wilson. Wilson tried to center it. Nothing doing. Stolen away, and the Ramblers come back as we open up the action. Little end-to-end stuff here. Now taken by Chris Michael back behind the goal line. Looking for some help. Tried to center it. His own man put it back behind the goal. No setup in the slot at all on the part of the Ramblers, and we lose a puck and gain a face-off. We've got a lot of players this year that are puck chasers. They just don't know where they are on the ice, and they just go after chasing the puck. They don't set up too well, any of them. New Trier, a better skating team, but quick shot by Kevin Morgan, and the save by Nick Hines. Now Chula dropped past it. O'Connor couldn't come up with it. He got bumped twice, and now the Trevians with it. Bobby Scala avoided the check and put it into the zone. Kevin Oldenburg got hit hard by Scala, cleared out to center ice, and Michael tried to get it into the zone. Down goes Patience, nothing called. There's a shot attempt. That didn't work. We got a penalty coming up on the Trevians for that push down from behind. But it'll be a minor on Andrew Patience for roughing, my guess is. Make a cross-checking. Minor for cross-checking on Andrew Patience. Out high, cleared out to center ice by the Trevians. And Dodge Daverman doing it all by himself. Put it into the zone. Turned out to be a long shot on goal. Connor Long. The minor for cross-checking on Andrew Patience, and the Trevians killing a penalty. They have gone in the 3 games out of the division without allowing a goal. There's a shot, a goal! Deflected in, shorthanded. Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson puts it in shorthanded for the Trevians. And the New Trier Trevians lead it 2-0. Chula put it into the zone, taken on the near side. The Trevians clear all the way down. Put to the far side. Chula. Lee. Matt O'Connor. Cleared out to center ice. Miller let it go through. Chula had it caught up in his skates. Now picked up by Charlie Miller. Miller on his off wing. Miller looking for some help. Nowhere to go with it. Ho took him out of the play. Cecil. Spotted by Chris Michael. Now the Trevians clear it to center ice. And back into the Rambler end. Taken by Tim Leahy. Leahy fed it ahead. And now picked up by Charlie Lutz. Lutz, and he had his pocket pick. Keelan. And the puck loose. There's a long shot attempt, and that ran into traffic. A lot of sticky wickets out front. Cleared by the Trevians to center ice. Leahy put it to the near side. Bouncing puck, and the whistle for the offside. Make it for the, must be the hand pass. Hand pass. Back behind the goal, taken by Cecil. He clears it to center ice as the penalty winds down. The Trevians leading it 2-0. Into the zone comes Jeff Parker. Parker looking for some help. Centered it right through. Bouncing puck to the far side and on the left wing. And cleared to center ice as the penalty expires. Taken now by Cecil. Peter Cecil feeds it ahead. That ran into traffic. And now Frank Harrison fed it ahead into the zone. Mike Scala comes right back. Here's Bobby Scala. Shot, a goal! And it's 3-0. Bobby Scala puts it home to make it 3-0. 9 minutes left to play here in the third period. A lot of time left to go. Over on that far side, it's taken by Andrew Patience. Patience up ahead for Bobby Scala. Bobby Scala over here to the near side. Now the centering out to center ice. Mike Scala. Bobby Scala. Schragle overstick the puck. And it's on that far side. People starting to take runs at each other a little bit. Went out at the point as the shot and the save, and Nick Hines holds on. Now, New Trier Trevians centered to the side of the net. Hines able to stop the centering pass. Down the man goes, and the scrum and the whistle. And a little push and shove on the end here. And I think we got some penalties coming up. No, we do not. Cleared back out to center ice for the faceoff. Ran into traffic, taken by Elliott Johnson. Elliott Johnson tried to work his way into the zone. Now into the slot shot and the save. Nice job coming up the slot was Kevin Morgan, I believe. Oh, I take that back. That was Parker Burt that did that nice job coming up the slot and getting that shot away. Cleared out to center ice, taken by Jeff Parker. Parker back to the defense, set up by the Trevians to the far side. And that didn't quite work. The Ramblers have it here on the near side. Litzia tries to get by Parker. Didn't get there. And cleared back to center ice. Ramblers set it up to the far side. Connor Long puts it right into the New Trier bench, headed right for Bobby Melton, the Trevians head coach. Leahy. Now on that far side, and that's offside. There is George Martin, super fan, they call him. You might remember George if you went to White Sox games back in the 70s and the 60s. He was George the drummer boy that Jimmy Pearsall got on. He and Pearsall had a couple of battles, and George now is a New Trier super fan, particularly of the hockey team. He's at just about all the New Trier Green games, and at some of the Blue games too. There's a shot with the swat, kind of close to being a high stick anyway. Probably wouldn't have counted, but you never know. It's up to the referee to decide if that really was a high stick. Back behind the goal line, taken there by Brody Lemaire, and now to the near side, and the Trevians clear it out to the point, held in by Connor Long. Knocked away by Brody Lemaire, and Lemaire clears it out to center ice all the way down. That's going to be icing against the New Trier Trevians. And the face-off, controlled by New Trier. They put it to the far side, bouncing puck, kept in by Oldenburg, now picked up by Patience. No, Patience decided to let it go. And a little push and shove, and some more thrown in there. Matt Brash on the ice. Matt Brash comes up with the puck, as a matter of fact. Brash overleads the pass. Schragle back to the red line. And now Elliott Johnson avoids the check. Schragle took him down. Now Johnny Brown lunges in a little bit. Now Brown and Johnson have a little push and shove. Nothing of any significance. And a little bit of everybody swinging around. They're still holding on to each other. And now the whistle for the offside, and they're still there. Andrew Patience and crew, but anyway, nothing called. There's a shot, the save, didn't know where it is, pops free. Out to Leahy. Leahy's shot ran into traffic and the sticky wickets. Here's the dish out pass, a little overled on the cherry pick move. Over to the far side, held in the zone by the Trevians. Shot save, rebound, pops around a little bit. Trevians leading it 3-0. Over to the far side, into the zone. Last game before the state playoffs get underway. The playdown round. What in basketball is the Sweet 16, the 16 teams left in state. Over on that far side now, Leahy, the whistle, back behind the play. And cleared out to center ice. Down goes Brody Lemaire, nothing called. Labeled down. And the parents are in fine voice tonight, if not excellent intelligence. And we got a scrum going on, major fight going on back in the slot, still there. We got another one here on the near side. And now the whistle as Oldenburg grabs hold. 2:01 to play here in the game, and this one getting ugly. Oldenburg and I don't know who that New Trier player is because he doesn't have his jersey on anymore. But coincidental minors, we got 4 minors, 2 minors for roughing on each side. A heavy check thrown in there by Chris Miller. Geez, that is a surprise. Miller, defenseman, known for doing that. He got held up high and then a push and a shove in the face, but Miller let it go. Got a face full of glove. Now here on the near side is taken by Connor Long. Long put it to the far side. Out the check on Michael, and now Michael, and we're got another fight going on. Here's another one. The puck pops free, and now Chris Michael, the second fight here. Breck Huffness watching for anything else on the ice. Coincidental minors for roughing again. Oh, no, we'll make these holding. Coincidental minors for holding on Parker Millard and Chris Michael, as this one getting a little ugly. When you're down 3-0 in a game of this magnitude, what's all the more remarkable to me is we don't really have any students here tonight. New Trier has its turnabout dance, and I don't know what the thing is for Loyola. Here's a shot. Why the Loyola fans are not here. Still some more pushing and shoving. Here's a quick shot, a goal! One minute to play in the game, and the Ramblers on the board, 3-1 in favor of New Trier. And with that, 125 minutes of shutout goes by the boards for the Trevians. And the Trevians look like they're going to win the Scholastic Cup for the 3rd year in a row offside. And they will call it intentional and move it all the way back into the Trevians' end. This is where Peter Cecil clears it ahead. And now bad chase on. Here's Wilson, he overskated it, dodged Daberman. Daberman got bumped by Schragle second time, and we got a little push and shove out top. Back into the zone. Now to the near side. And Ho avoids the check. The Ramblers just out and out punching and pushing. Here's another one. And a second one out top. And Peyton Chain took a kick to the head. And that's a 5-minute major in a game misconduct for kicking. And the Trevians just going to rag it out to kill the time here. And the New Trier Trevians are the Scholastic Cup champions for the 3rd year in a row, winning it 3-1 over the Loyola Ramblers. This is Mark Braun. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast tonight. Join us next week for more playoff action, both basketball and hockey. And until next week, this is Mark Braun saying so long, everybody.